Hello, lovely people. You're welcome to Campus Rundown on TV UCC with me, Louise Bequin. Of course, you know you can call me the BGM, but I know there are some people who are watching us for the first time. If today happens to be the first time that you're watching us, then you're welcome to the #1 show that brings to you everything about every program that happens on the land of the University of Cape Coast. Today, I am with Belinda. We are right in front of Auditorium 900, where there is a special orientation program organized for national service persons who are serving in the university, and we're going to take the coverage. But you stay with us. Along the line, we'll be interacting with some of the service persons and the facilitators, and of course, members of the management team who are here. Belinda, what should we be expecting?
Oh, personally, I think I've been inside and I did listen to quite a number of presentations, and they are very interesting. For the first one was workplace ethics, so how a person should act at the office and all that. The second one, very interesting, was on sexual harassment at the workplace. And I think this is a very good orientation. People need to learn about what sexual harassment really is and what constitutes as sexual harassment at the workplace. So far so good. I think it's really good. So video.
Do you now know about sexual harassment?
Oh yeah.
What do you know about sexual harassment?
Oh, like any unwelcome sexual advances towards a male or a female, I think it's sexual harassment.
So you believe that a man can be harassed? Hold on there. We're going to get more from the people, but if you have not subscribed to our channel, subscribe, hit on the notification bell to get alerts on our updates, and feel free to share for friends and family to get to know what is happening on TV UCC. Stay with us. Right, as I have already indicated that we will be talking to the people, I'm here with Madam Teresa Ademununkum, who happens to be one of the facilitators at the orientation program. Madam, you're welcome to TV UCC.
Thank you.
Now, you talked about sexual harassment. Will you share with us, paint a picture for us? What constitutes sexual harassment?
Thank you very much. As far as the university is concerned, sexual harassment involves any unwelcome sexual advances, whether on a one-time basis or a series of incidents that is perpetrated against somebody. And as I said, the person feels it's unwelcomed. So it could be a gesture, it could be verbal, it could be physical, whatever it is. If the person feels it's unwelcomed, it is harassment. So for example, you could be patting the person, giving the person a hug, yes, giving a person a compliment, inappropriate touching, and even to the latter part, which is rape. All these are seen as sexual harassment.
Giving a person a hug. So
yes.
In case as a service person, let me say a TA, a female TA, I meet my lecturer or I meet any of the students and then I hug him. It's a sexual harassment. It
depends on the person who you are giving the hug to. Sometimes the person is in that. For example, the person is a close friend of yours and you give hugs, that is fine. But for example, there's a student of yours who knows you as sir, and then you meet her on the way and say, oh, come on, give me a hug. And the person becomes uncomfortable. But then the person would give you the hug because you are the lecturer,
Congratulating the person for scoring high on a quiz or something.
Yes, but then you could give the person a handshake or just give a verbal compliment. But you see, anything that will make the person uncomfortable, right? And of a sexual nature, remember that, uncomfortable of a sexual nature. Sometimes the person might not be uncomfortable and it might not be of a sexual nature. Then you don't have a problem with that. But if it's of a sexual nature and it makes the person uncomfortable, then you are moving into the realm of harassment. And more often than not, you also need to ask yourself, what is the intention behind the act? Right. Sometimes the person will just be giving you a hug and, trying to draw you in, and before you realize the person wants a sexual favor from you because, then you're also moving into that area. But just an innocent little hug, I say, oh, hello, Akwesi, how are you doing? That is fine. No intention behind it, not of a sexual nature. That is fine.
In case it's of sexual nature and I'm uncomfortable, how do I report this issue?
Oh, the first person to report to is the person who initiated the act. So I meet you, then you quickly give me a hug. Okay, I'll just say, oh, Akwesi, thanks for the hug, but I'm a little uncomfortable with that, So immediately I must register my discomfort to the person who initiated the act. And then hoping that the person will not repeat. If the person repeats, then I told you that I don't like this, please don't do it again. If Akwesi goes on to do it then I need to bring in somebody else. Somebody who can talk to Ajua that, Ajua, this act you did, I didn't like it. I've told you several times, please don't do it again. And Ajua is still doing it. If after speaking to this person, it doesn't stop, then I decide that then it means that this person has some other intentions. I need to move up. Then I come to SEGRAD and make a formal complaint that this act has been going on. I've taken step 1, I've taken step 2. Still, the person is going on with the act, and I would want to make a formal complaint for the person to meet the sexual harassment committee and explain to them why he's doing this or she's doing this. That's Akwesi or Ajua, whoever. Sorry about that.
Let's talk about SEGRAD. So when I get to SEGRAD, how do I file my complaint? Do I write a letter? How do I make it?
Okay, so when you get to SEGRAD, you meet one of the coordinators or the research fellows there, and then you tell them what brought you here, and then we'll give you a form to fill. First, we'll listen to you, and then we'll give you a form to write down your complaints. And then you even tell us how you want this complaint to be addressed. Sometimes somebody would say, you know what, I don't think this person has any bad intentions, except that he doesn't want to change. So I would like somebody from here to talk to him. That can be done. You also feel that, no, this has gone on for so long, I think I want this person to meet the sexual harassment committee. So then it can be processed for that. So 2 ways, either we'll settle, call the person, talk to the person, or sometimes depend on the severity of the act, right? The person will meet the sexual harassment committee. Or sometimes you report to SEGRAD, and straight away we have to go to the police, we go to the hospital, especially in cases of rape and assault, right? Then the police and the hospital will come in for tests to be done, etc., etc.
That's fine. But have they been reporting? Have students been reporting?
Yes. Oh, yes. We've having series of reports. Yes, we get a lot of reports.
And what happened to the perpetrators?
In some cases, as I said, if the person needs to be spoken to, we'll speak to the person and they change. Okay. Some also would forward them, they will need some counseling, so the counseling center would come in, talk to the person. In cases where, somebody has broken up with a girlfriend, he doesn't want to let go, and he's harassing the girl, constantly calling, insulting, etc. We speak to the person and we send this person to the counseling center where he's giving some counseling. Sometimes, and when the person meets the sexual harassment committee, then the sexual harassment committee will forward its recommendation. Sometimes there's rustication, it's a student, sometimes suspension, you have staff. The committee will forward its recommendation to the vice chancellor, who would then give the go ahead for the sanctions to be meted out to the person.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, so as we said earlier, we'll be interviewing some NSS personnel today, and I have here with me Mr. Christian Asante, who is working with the ICT department as a TA. We'd like to engage him and ask him a few questions, and then we move from there. And please, so welcome once again to TV UCC. Okay, so I would like to ask you, what is your take on this orientation?
All right, so I would say that this orientation has been very fruitful. It has been very impactful to us as service personnel. There are some things that we didn't know, or there are some things that we had little information about, but this orientation has given us an upper hand on that. So.
Okay, thank you. So far, what new thing would you say you've learned?
Well, I wouldn't say I've learned something that new, but I would say that the thing that I know or have been spoken about have been re-echoed or have been emphasized upon, that I should continue to do those things at my workplace and I'll be successful.
Okay, my next question is, how do you understand the issue of sexual harassment at the workplace?
Okay, so the issue of sexual harassment at the workplace, I would say that before this day, it wasn't so much encouraged. I didn't really have lots of info about that issue. But after today's orientation, I would say that I have a lot of information about it. For example, today I've been able to learn that even if someone touches a part of your body without your consent, it can be classified as sexual harassment. So at the workplace, we should seek consent of people before we even touch even their shoulder, like I tap on their shoulder. because doing that with other consent can be considered sexual harassment.
Okay, before I leave you, do you know where you are supposed to go in case you are sexually harassed?
Yes, please. In the University of Liverpool, there is a department that has been dedicated for that. It's located at Cells,
Okay.
on their very last floor. I would say that their name has escaped me a little,
Okay.
but I really know where they are
It's
located.
Segrad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, and I really wish that you have a very fruitful 1 year as an NSS personnel.
All right, so I have here with me one of the organizers of the program, Madam Cecilia Hayford. She is at the Center for Training and Development. Training and Development
section of the Directorate of Human Resources.
Oh, okay.
UCC.
Okay. Madam, you're welcome to TV UCC.
Thank you so much.
This is a wonderful program. In fact, this is the first time I have seen this program. Would you give to us an overview, a gist of the program?
Yeah. It is something that we do every year for national service personnel. You know, they are coming just from school. They are finished when they are doing their national service. So they are new in the university. So we see it's necessary that we organize this orientation for the purposes of enabling them to know the university more and also know their operations, and even knowing themselves how they will carry themselves as a national service personnel of the university. So basically, this is the main reason for organizing such orientation for them. So during this orientation, we try to bring some presenters, who are familiar with the university system, so they can share with them how the university operates. So they will start right, and then know how they will carry themselves in their activities at the various sections of the university that they have been appointed to work as national service personnel over there. So basically, that is all about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
now,
for this, okay.
Go ahead.
It's okay. I continue.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, talking about the presenters,
Yeah.
I want to ask who are the presenters, who are the facilitators? Is it that
Okay.
you said people who are well experienced in the university?
Yeah,
but do we
who
pick
know
from
much about the
any-
university?
Yeah, specifically, which department are they coming from?
We pick from people we know they have some experience with the university, who have been here for long, and who know the structures.
Okay.
Yes. So basically, we have some people that we've been using. Yeah, this is my second time of organizing this group when I was appointed at the place.
Okay.
So what we've been having, most of them, I think we are repeating the same people we had for last year's orientation. So we have people like Mr. Nyeku. He's a college registrar at the Code. So he presented on work ethics and office management. And you know, work ethics and office management is very important because they are all working in the offices, and they have to have the ethics so that they will know how to carry themselves in the offices that they are. That is why we came across such a topic. So when we bring a topic like that, then we look for somebody who can deliver on that topic that we have chosen. Yes. And then we also have a national service personnel and sexual harassment. I believe when we were doing it, you were there.
Yes.
It's very important for them because they are mingling with students, with staff, with lecturers, and all of that. And all these things are something that they need to know. Yes, so that they will not become a victim into it. That is why we also chose this topic. And it is always presented by people at the Segrad. Yeah, that is their part of their duty mandate at that section. That is why. So that one, we will write to the director, and he will look at the topic and bring us somebody who can deliver on that topic. Yes, and then another one too was on human relations, rights and responsibilities and privileges of the national service personnel. The one we just finished and the new one has come. This one too, the same way, we look for somebody to teach them, to let them know their privilege as a national service personnel here, their responsibilities, and how they will relate with themselves, with the staff, their lecturers, and the students, and all that. So we don't just come about with any topic. We look at the situation and what will be good for them, and we choose. And then we have the relationship with staff and students. Of course, you are in the offices. You have staff there. Some of them too will be teaching. Those we call them TAs. They will be relating with students. And those in the offices will also be relating with staff. So we should let them know how such relationship will go, so they will not become a problem to anyone. You understand?
Okay, lovely viewers, unfortunately this was a very short show, but then we pray that although it was short, it was very informative, and personally I have learned a lot. The workplace ethics is very important. You're supposed to be flexible, you're supposed to be communicative and respectful, all right, but then again there is the issue of sexual harassment. So the ladies, as a lady, of course I would say that we should bear in mind that our dressing is very important. How we relate to our workers and our bosses is also very important. So I would like to know something that you would say.
Yeah, of course, I have also learned a lot. Very educative program, so elucidating, because I had heard a lot about these sexual harassment issues,
yes,
but I didn't know much about the issues until I joined them here. I heard about provocative dressing. I had heard about this, but I didn't know that my dressing alone can even also be provocative to a lady. How do I harass a lady with my dressing? I got to know about that today.
You never know, maybe your button might be open and then like your chest may be exposed. It might be attractive to a lady. So it's also a form of sexual harassment, I think.
I thought you were going to talk about my beard.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Women also like the beard, so yeah, you can also sexually harass us with it, I think.
Okay, so very educative program. Would advise that next time, especially if you intend to do your service here, then make it a point that you join this orientation. The organizer said that they are going to organize it all the time for people who will do their service here. So we are grateful for your time, but don't forget to subscribe, like, hit on the notification bell to get alert on our updates, and feel free to also share for friends and family to get to know what we are doing on TV UCC. Until we meet again on Campus Rundown, stay safe. We love you.
Okay, so that's all. Bye bye. Also, bye.